Are we ready, guys? We got a lot of stuff to go over today. Brooke, start us out with the video. Is it ready? No regrets, baby. No regrets.
The biggest poison in us is regret.
I think there are a lot of people that have dreams and aspirations of things that they always wanted to do, but it wasn't the right time, or they didn't have enough money, or they didn't have enough experience. It's never the right time. You're never gonna have the right experience. And all of a sudden you wake up and you're 70. And you're like, God, I wish I could have done it.
It's what you don't do that screws with you later on.
I get one shot at this life. This is it. And I don't want to go through life being the 80% version of me. I don't want to look back and be like 77 and be like, I didn't do that. There's so much I want to do, and I love life so much, I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it because I'm lazy, it's not the right time, I don't have enough experience. Go. Get your foot in the door, take a chance, and figure it out as you go. If you want to have a big year, you got to do it. It's hard to create newness. It's hard to create the drive to crush it this year. But you have to do it because the window, those years, man, they go fast. Nobody in this room came this far to only come this far. You wouldn't even be here if that was the case. But if you want to make changes, you want to have a great year, man, it's up to you. And you better start doing it now. You grow when you step into the unknown. Those are the things that require preparation, maybe failure, hard work, but those are the things that make you feel most alive. What's the one thing that you're gonna do that's gonna define this year, that's gonna change, something that you can remember and hold on to and build from before those years go like this?
It's super simple. Let your actions dictate instead of sitting there and feeling like you're not in control. If you're lucky enough right now to be listening, figure out what puts you on fire and you're good at what you like, become tunnel vision. Because there's way too many voices telling you what and how. Everybody's got a different thing. Figure out what your thing is and stop making excuses like, I missed it, I had that idea for Uber. Then why didn't you fucking do it?
That's the way the world works. You put yourself out there and you ask people, you create the luck, you make it happen.
Everybody's got a shot. So go take yours. Go do your thing. You're just making every minute count. Every minute has to count. Every minute has to count. Because we just don't have as many of them as you think. We just don't.
We are attempting to get Gary Vee to come here in October. We normally do an event. Hello. I have bad allergies, so I'm not crying. We're attempting to get Gary Vee. We're supposed to talk to him hopefully tomorrow or the next day to come here in October. We usually do an event in May. We just had so much going on with this merger, we kind of delayed it. I think in February we said, let's put this off to October. Chris Stewart, our friend, CEO of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, and I have been texting back and forth. I sent him a video that I sent to Gary Vee, and we think we're going to be able to get, we know we can get him to come here. Now the question is, can we get him to come here for a reasonable price? Because he's usually a $75,000 to $100,000 speaker, and I'm trying to get him for like 25. So we're going to see between Chris and I if we have any ability to sell anything or not, okay? He says it's not for the money, so we're going to find out if that's true or not. But we will put plenty of R-rated disclosures on it that if Gary Vee comes and you're offended by swearing, you should definitely not come to this event. But he is a social media guru. I would argue he is the best in the world at understanding how to grow your business through social media. So I would highly recommend you come. If the price is too high, we may quite honestly partner up with, see if we can find another business here in Omaha to partner up with him. But we're excited about this opportunity. We're going to work around his schedules, but late September, early October is what we've told him. He's on vacation till tomorrow. We'll see how this goes, and we'll give you some updates on that. Regency office. Who in here is going to the Regency office? So a handful of you, quite a few of you. Update on that. The construction should be done in the next 30 days. Between June 1st and June 15th, We've bought float desks. We'll be bringing chairs and trash cans and all this. So we'll be moving. All makes will be putting cubes in over there. So that will be getting everything organized. And then basically that third Monday, our goal right now is June, I think, 17th. I don't have a calendar in front of me, but if I recall correctly, June 17th, whatever that third Monday is, we will literally start moving anybody from this office, the 159th and Dodge office, over there. We're excited. It's going to be very modern, very cool. So those of you going over there, I think the private offices we're 98% done on those. Cubes, I see a whole bunch of people in this office right here I'm looking at that I know the cubes we're going to start this week. Where's Jay Lisi? Did he come to work today? I'm like, did that guy quit? I told him yesterday he's going to have to go to this meeting with me in Minneapolis. And let's start doing cubes. We got a bunch of people, so let's sit down and get a list of everyone that needs to get over there also. So we'll get that organized, but we're excited about that. This is important. Brooke put this highlighted and big and bold on my thing. New nursing room. So you men, Brooke said stay out. Where's it going to be?
It's cute. It's right here. So mothers who are nursing, it's literally right that doorway right there.
So it's right across from this door right here, right?
Yep.
So there's no windows. There's privacy. I think we now have a lock on the door.
Yes.
All right. So women, don't take naps in there. Go in there, do your business, and get out. Is it set up? Is it set up? It's set up now. It's ready for use. What was it, 3 weeks ago, Brooke? We went over to Tactical 88 or 88 Tactical. So we're going to have them come in because we've been getting lots of you asking us questions about safety to talk about, probably do a 15-minute prep thing, and then they will have some classes talking about safety, how to be aware of situations, to not put yourself in certain places in certain situations. So we felt that was a really good, probably 45-minute conversation that we had with those guys, and we'll be getting them in there sometime this month, or in May, I guess, right?
Yep.
Okay. Did we hand these out to everybody? 2 things here that we should have as handouts. If we don't, we'll be giving. Are these on everyone's chairs? So everybody, as we've had moving parts, we've kind of put this cheat sheet together for this building. Rick Canny has on his door, this is not Maggie's office. We are not Maggie's assistant. And Maggie's down on that side of the 3rd floor. But this is a cheat sheet that shows you basically the names of all the conference rooms. If you're reserving a conference room, it shows you the office of all of the managers. So this is kind of a little map to help you if you're not sure where somebody's at. So you have that. If not, and we'll email this out to everybody also. Every quarter, we come up with our top agents in the company, and the numbers to be on that one list that shows everybody. And I'll be honest with you, I was surprised. I thought the number was going to be we had like 50, and I thought we'd have about 70. But we all know the last quarter of last year and the first quarter of this year was extremely slow. To be on the list, we basically say the numbers to be on this top list would be a $10 million production for the year and 50 closed units. So we're basically dividing that. Each quarter, you've got to be at $2.5 million of sales volume and 12, which is the closest number, closed units. So that's what you're going to see in that first list. And then there's an individual list of individuals for everyone in the quarter. And these will be year-to-date running totals moving forward. Then I also just received yesterday, Berkshire Hathaway on a quarterly basis also sends us a list of the top 100 people in the network out of 47,000. We had 12 on that list. We had 5 of the top 14 on that list. And the number to make that list, Kevin was the last person that we had on that list at 29 units. We had Colleen Groves and Jennifer Torson's team at 28 transactions. Megan Owens was at 28 transactions. So we have 2 people off. We're 1 transaction from having 14 on that list. My goal is to get 15 of you guys in the top 100. So when we are down at Nashville at convention, we will just dominate that list. But a very good, I think, considering our market conditions, our weather, to even have 12 on that list for the first quarter is pretty cool. So everyone I'm talking to is really saying the market's picking up. So, Brooke, do we need to make more copies of those? We do? Save 2 of those to make copies with. Christy, why don't you run down, let's make another 50, and we'll hand it out to the back. Questions about that, guys? It was kind of fun yesterday because I'd sent out a list of the top 12, and some people were calling saying, okay, well, where's that person ahead of me? How many do I have to do? What do you got to be on the list? So that's just kind of what I'm going to try to figure out for the GCI where you need to be on the list, because we had 5 on the list for that. But I know for units, which is what we best compete on in Omaha, Nebraska, 29 was the number. Last year, 137 units for the year was the number to make the top 100. I'm guessing those numbers are going to be pretty similar this year. All right. This is good news. So my note, don't you like good news? It's been so long since we had a sales meeting. I'm so sorry, I'm so clogged up here. We had been testing for direct deposit. We're done with the testing. We actually feel like we have this down. So I think we handed out to everybody, right? If you want to do direct deposits on your commission checks, we now have the ability to start doing that this week. Kyle or Carrie or anyone, does someone want to talk about that? So let's have Kyle come up here real quick, kind of tell you what you need to do, but you need to fill out this sheet, and they'll get the ball rolling on those.
So we like to get a lot of paper this morning, so I think everybody should have one of these. We got the direct deposit stuff rolling now. Thank you for bearing with us. We're excited. We think I think a lot of you guys are going to like it. Basically, complete this form, give a copy of a voided check to Stephanie or Shelly downstairs, and you can start receiving your commission payments electronically. We'll still print a voucher for you, just kind of like a check stub, basically, so you know how you get paid, so you've got that information. We'll put it in your inbox, so that'll be there, but your money will hit faster. You don't have to go to the bank anymore. We've had a few people at CBS in the past that have wanted to split multiple accounts. We're aware of that. I've already gotten the request, handing these out this morning about that. We're starting with one so we can get this rolled out and just get going with it. But we're looking into that as well, so we'll keep you posted on that.
So if you're splitting accounts and you're putting part of that in my account, here's my account number. Enterprise Bank.
Yeah. We're looking into that. Right now we're printing it, but I asked that same question.
What was the question?
Can we email? The question was, can we email the voucher? I had the same question, so we're looking into it.
Any other questions on that? All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Turn on the air. Go to the nursing room. Kyle, one more question. Don't mess with me, Lisa. I got the microphone.
So the question was, what happens if something's wrong with it? You'll notice on your form, there's a reason that we're basically getting authorization both ways to push and pull. Now, we can pull. Now, we're not just going to do that without telling you, because that's not going to help anybody. But just, similar to commission checks, if something's wrong, we have to redo it. That's what we're going to do. But that authorization does allow us to pull it, the one that would be incorrect, fix it. But obviously, we're going to make you very aware that we are going to do that if that happens. Yeah.
So those of us who are doing the direct deposit at CVS, do we have to fill out this form too?
Yeah, we need the form here too. I know it's quick, but yeah, you do. Yeah.
For those of us that are already doing the automatic payment withdrawal for our agent bills, can we just calculate?
We're grabbing a separate form because we're going to have people that want to do one and not the other. I don't suspect there'll be a ton, but we're aware that there will be some that want to do one and not the other, so we're doing two separate forms.
A portion of mine goes to my IRA. I think I had that set up with the company. Do I need to do something?
The Regala stuff won't change because that's a deduction as part of your commissions. This is just pushing your funds, like your commission check, electronically.
Yes, is that? Someone better be excited because I've heard a lot of complaining about that over the last 4 months. Scott, can you come forward real quick, kind of talk about purchase agreement change, home warranty companies, and then basically how every listing, most importantly, how every listing with HAS or AHS?
American Home Shield.
AHS and 210, how every listing will have coverage up front. If you could walk through that, which I thought was one of the biggest components.
I can't believe I have to follow direct deposit. Okay, well, let's go. So we've entered into 2 agreements with one company that you guys are very familiar with, which is 210, and then another company that's a nationwide warranty company called American Home Shield, AHS. AHS has been involved in Lincoln for a lot of years. And so the nice thing about this is that we've kind of been able to enter into an agreement that not anyone else gets, really. It's just being part of home services. And it provides 2 really big things. One is a dedicated concierge line for claims that, as opposed to going to a general pool, it's a specific one just for us that we get. So it's supposed to be better service, of course, more updated, on top of it, better accessibility, all those other things. And then the other really good benefit that we're getting from both of these programs going forward is that we're getting seller's coverage immediately. So when the listing goes in, both American Home Shield and 210 will automatically put seller's coverage on there. It's at no cost to your sellers. They don't have any obligation to buy it. They don't have any obligation to use it. But if they get something, a claim comes up that would be covered by that warranty, they will come out and do a service call for whatever their service fee is.
I think they said $100.
$100.
And if the air conditioner is replaced, you just pay the $100 and they replace the air conditioner.
And that's $100, and that's not $100 and then a full warranty cost. That's just $100 for it. And so if the listing terminates, that agreement terminates. If it doesn't ever convert over into a full warranty, doesn't matter. It's just the benefit of having this program in place. So it's a great thing to talk about. A listing presentation is a great thing to sell, and it's going to be great. We're going to put it within our listing agreement so you can actually pre-select which program you might want to use when you're sitting in a listing appointment. In any event, we're going to send all of our data to these to both American Home Shield and 210 on new listings, and so that coverage will be there one way or the other.
It makes no sense. It was to us kind of a no-brainer. It makes no sense. Why would you not put that on there? You're protecting your seller in that process. It's just crazy not to put that coverage on there.
Yeah, and again, it's free unless you use it.
When's it start?
I think it started.
It's already started. We're there.
It started at the beginning. It started 30 days ago. We're telling you today.
We're jumping on it.
We're on top of this.
Heather?
Don't you worry about this, Heather.
Why did you have to show up with your questions?
I want to make sure we're current listings, will they be enrolled in this, or is it just listed?
Good question. I don't know.
Yeah, so everything, Maggie, we have to send our data feed to them with the information, so we're sending them the listings. I don't know if it was already effective. Lori Bonstetter was working on getting what they call theirs the express service protection, and they were still working on theirs, but they assured us it's ready to go now. Everything after May 1st should be part of this program.
So we will check. The question was, if you already have a listing that you put on 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, first of all, if it's not sold, it's probably overpriced or in really bad condition. Okay.
So that's on you.
I don't know why Heather's even asking this question, but if you have a listing that you cannot sell, we will find out. We will find out if you can have this coverage on it. Okay? Yes.
I think it'll be effective May 1st.
We have a hand up back there.
Carol.
Listing agreements going to change the forms?
Yep.
Yes. We'll put this as a checkbox on there so you can check one or the other.
Mary.
Is it gonna be like service one where, does it cover the coming soon status? Is it only when it's live? And then service one has a couple of different choices where
They have evaluated versus non-evaluated, and talk about that a little bit.
So it's...
Bring the question up for those in the back. Sorry, do you have a further question on that?
well, yeah, does it stop when it goes under contract, or does it stop when it closes?
Stops when it closes, so it converts over. And so it should be, you'll have the coverage until it closes, and then it's an election at that point whether they want to elect to go up for, just like any kind of warranty, if they want to buy it or not buy it. So that coverage is there. Evaluated versus non-evaluated. Vince, my understanding was it's non-evaluated.
My understanding in both cases they were non-evaluated, which is one of the things that we liked.
So that was the benefit to it. You don't have to worry about the evaluation, non-evaluation.
You got no air conditioning and furnace, that's a good thing.
Right.
Make sure it goes out.
And so, both have levels of protection. Their AHLs has, the Buyer's Protection Plus, which is kind of a standard one. Most of the things are included. 210 has a few things that they don't do at AHS, which is there's roof leakage coverage for like $100. Just a few other things that might be there.
I think Sherry had a hand up.
Sherry.
Just wondered if marketing could come up with a real clear...
Yes. We're actually contractually required to do that, Sherry. Don't worry. we have to do that as part of our marketing agreement. So we're putting that together too. Hey, Joe.
How much is it?
The what for?
The home warranty.
They've got 2 plans. That'll be out. It's, 210's got theirs. AHS has got theirs. Different price points, different plans that you can
I think
select.
they're about $495 or
Yeah, it's about
$500.
$495, right.
It's under $700.
Will yard signs be available?
Yes. We're also contractually obligated to do that. Anything else you want to know?
So yard signs will be available,
Stick it
and,
next to your
and
sign,
marking
too.
pieces will be available. We'll get Maggie's working on those. Is Maggie here? So Maggie, what's the time frame on that type of stuff? Do we know?
I'm working with both vendors, but it'll be quick.
Quick. It'll be quick, guys.
I'll take quick any day of the week.
It doesn't matter if there's 2 HVAC, 2 water heaters, or it doesn't matter the size of the house or the...
There is no restriction on the coverage. You sign a listing agreement, it's got coverage.
So home inspection.
So if you have a listing agreement that you just got,
Yes.
would you advise having a new listing agreement since May 1st?
When I say May 1st, I just mean I think it's effective that coverage is in place. So if you have a listing that carries over after May 1st, I believe that's covered. But I will check.
We'll get a definite answer on that right now. Any other questions? Thank you, guys.
Marla?
Sorry, go ahead.
So home inspection, things found on a home inspection could be fixed by these companies?
No.
Well, it'd have to be a new occurring warranty claim, I guess. It couldn't be the language.
So
that
if
goes into
you
it.
have a home inspection and it says the furnace is shot,
Right.
then it's not going to be covered. I mean,
It's on the listing, right?
Huh?
But it's on the listing.
it's on the listing. But if it wasn't working when you took the listing,
Yeah.
I mean,
They won't
it's got,
fix that.
At least
It has to be after the listing.
Lisa, get back in the room. This room is going to be useful. I can tell you that right now for troubled people. We're gonna have a couple names in that room, I think.
Put them in the trunk.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, guys. All right. Fred, is Shona? There, I couldn't see you. I kept saying, Fred, where's she at? Get up here. Shona, Fred? Shona's going to do it? So hopefully everybody knows by now, we have purchased a home. Let's get her a mic. And we're going to kind of run through. We had last Wednesday 30 people. 30 people down there doing the trash out of this house. We are hopeful to make $75,000 on this thing. It's going to be a really cool project. We would like everybody's participation. Kind of give us a rundown of what we're doing, what we have, and what we need for help.
For sure. So in our investment mastermind group, someone had the idea, hey, as a group, we should buy a house and flip it. And the cool thing is Vince always goes, okay. So he said, okay, he's fronting the money. And we, through a series of kind of unfortunate events.
My wife last night, I was updating the finance. She says, I thought the company was paying for that house. I said, no, we are, honey.
Yep. So
don't buy any clothes this month.
So kind of through a series of strange circumstances, I found out about this house. There had been a small fire in it. It had been inhabited by a family member who had some issues with hoarding. The fire caused the city to say, you guys can't come in here anymore. So it's been sitting there since probably October. And I approached the owner about that point. He was somewhat interested in the Sunshine Kids project as far as selling it to us. And then I think he was waiting on the insurance money. Fred called him. It kind of took a little bit longer. And then finally we got them to agree to sell it to us at a pretty good price. Can I divulge the price?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got it for $37,000 in Benson. It's 2308 North 64th Street. So it sits right between Blondo and Maple on the west side. It's a great little property, and it's changed 100% from when we cleaned it out. It was crazy. You should have seen the line of cars that came up, and people came in, and I was embarrassed because I would have a little box, and I'd walk down the steps, and I'd dump it in, and this one, 3 times with a big bag, boom, 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 right past me. So amazing workers. Is there that picture of Dick up there somewhere? For shame for you that did not come out, and the hip guy came out. There you go. So the next step is to get this thing. We have a plumber on board. Ken Pringle with Plumbing Today is going to do the plumbing at a real discounted price. We're waiting on HVAC. The Rossos are trying to get the electrical organized for us. This drawing was done by Chris Zant with Studio 22, and I don't know if, there you go. So we're talking about taking that wall between the, where are we? Can you go on the main level, Brooke? You're on the, oh, you are.
There
right here. Yeah, so there's a, yeah, so you can see
blow
right,
up blow up right there, yeah.
Right, so we're going to blow out this wall, and Chris has drawn the stairs to come out into that dining area just a little bit more because they're freakishly steep. So if we can add, and he fudged it a little bit, but if we can add that, then the upper level, we can add a bedroom and a bathroom, and it's going to be a really cool little house. And if we do a deck on the back, there's a garage back there. We get that all painted out and make a nice little patio. So what we need to do is get donations for this thing and reach into everybody's. If everybody gave $50, that's $45,000 in donations. So this is a huge potential to make some money. We're going to have opportunities for everybody to get involved. We're going to have a big painting party, a cleaning party, as much volunteer time as we can get in. If you have resources for contractors or any professionals that you would like to bring on board, we have a big sign out front that says Sunshine Kids, and we can add sponsors to it. So the more donations, the better. And really, I think we can sell this thing for a minimum $150, maximum maybe $180, just depending on how things are moving over there. But the more donations you get, obviously, the more that goes to Sunshine Kids. So it's going to be fun. I am super psyched about it. Yep.
Do you need a stage or?
Well, sure. Absolutely.
Email me. Yeah, email me.
Yeah. So yeah, email Brooke, and she'll be sending out blasts of what the next steps are. But it was so cool to see the amount of people that showed up, and you had to be there. But the excitement, and the energy level is what this group is all about. So
it was crazy. In an hour and a half, this thing went from
Yep.
every room was a pit
Yep.
to empty. I was like, I
Yeah.
cannot believe how different the house looked in an hour and a
Yeah.
half. 4 dumpsters.
Yeah, one dumpster was done by the owner, and then Fred's graciously donated 4 dumpsters to us. And are they gone yet? I know one was gone yesterday.
One is gone from one of my other houses, I'm assuming it is.
Yeah. So anyway, any input anybody has, everybody welcome. Please join the project. Andy is working with us. Andy Hallgren's working with us and getting all the video. So we'll have a big video at the end with pictures, and the progress will be. We'll keep letting you know what's going on.
Yes.
Are you getting the media in there?
She's working on that right
Andy's
now.
doing that. She's actually going to try and get TV and radio involved, so there might be like a fun event for that. And she's working on maybe getting some matched funds for that too.
Model for the entire network.
Oh, look at that.
See, you got to learn on fundraising. Always ask for more than you want, because he only gave 50. You should have said if
Everybody gave $100. Thank you.
I mean, this is committee. This is raising money committee 101.
He left a blank.
Oh, add a 0.
Yeah. Thank you.
But
A bank account's been set up.
So we've set up we talked to Sunshine Kids last week, and so they said set up at Enterprise Bank. We've set up a Sunshine Kids bank account, and then we will go ahead and give you a tax donation for your amount, and then we're going to use it to buy whether it's a furnace or whatever items that we need in the process. So payable to Sunshine Kids is the answer. Yes. So we're excited, guys. This is going to be a very, very cool event. Let's give a big hand to Shona and Fred, though. They have done an unbelievable amount. Can we just do a deduction for our next commission check? Yes, the answer is we in the past, the answer is yes. I don't know how we'll do it, but yes. It's on the escrow sheet. So just put towards house, towards flip house on the escrow sheet. So if you want a donation of $200 out of your next check to the Sunshine Kids house.
Glad I got in at the $50.
All right. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate it. It is going to be a crazy project. And as Fred said, we really believe this can become a model for Sunshine Kids and other charitable organizations in our industry around the network for other people to do this for charities of their choice. It's a really great cause, and it's a great cause to bring us together. It was just so cool, in my mind, to go down there and just see this thing get cleaned up in such a fast manner.
Liz did a lot of work, by the way.
I was not prepared. I had flip-flops on. I kept stepping on screws. I had to roll my arm. I was sweating. Fred came in, lifted 2 things, said, "Take a picture of me," and left. I'm like, that's how a real leader works. CoStar LoopNet. Mike and I met, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. And then Fred came in and chatted with me a little bit. We're going to have them come in to, there's going to be 2 different things going on here. One is, who knows when, but sometime in the next 12 months, Berkshire Hathaway is going to roll out a commercial franchise, a separate company that I'm very hopeful, and my belief is we will probably take, but there's a minimum standard. They want to compete with CB Richard Ellis and the big national companies, and they're going to set a minimum gross commission income of like $7-8 million. So I mean, it's going to be multifold of what we do right now for commercial income in this. But our goal is to go out, bring in some big hitters, and then everybody that goes in that commercial company they will not allow them to sell residential properties. We will continue to have resi-commercial, so those that are doing, Fred's got tons of investors doing fourplexes and those type of things, right? So we're going to bring in LoopNet and CoStar. They're changing all of their pricing. We're not sure where this thing's going to end up, but we want to have you guys come in to figure out how, if anybody that has an interest to do that. So I think we've told the investment club and others, but anyone that wants to come in and listen to this lady to figure out what kind of interest we have, we think we're going to be able to get some prices lower than we've been able to get in the past, but we're going to have those in the commercial department. Most people, there's a CoStar Lite, it looks like it's coming out at $199. I'm looking at these two because I think they know better than I do. Where in the past it's been $350 or something like that, right? So and CoStar help me, but is more of a research engine, and LoopNet is more of a Zillow search to the public engine. Is that fair? So when we get a date set up on that, we'll let you guys know. But if you have any interest in that whatsoever, come there. Let's get a temperature of how many people that we have that would want to sign up for these programs, and then we'll move on from there. Real Estate Commission, I've talked to lots of you in this room, unfortunately, on this subject. The Real Estate Commission, literally 3, 4, 5 times a week, shoots me an email, Dransell, saying, and in almost every single case, these right now are on the new, I'm going to call them team advertising broker use rules. So when you're marketing anything, the number one thing that we're getting right now turned in on, and there's got to be other agents out there turning these things in. Now we know Mike Reedman turned in a postcard because he left his address on it, so we were able to tell that. So that was good to know. And it was a barcode that went over the broker's name and agent's name, so we were actually good. That was actually on the third-party printing company that did that. But the majority of ones that I'm getting right now, in the conversations I'm having on a regular basis, is mainly on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on websites, and here's the rule. Any clickable page, that's the verbiage they've came down with. Any clickable page. So it must have the broker's name on it. The broker's name must be as large or larger and connected to the agent and or team name, okay? So the broker's name has got to be on every clickable page. So if you have on your landing page your name and or your team name and the broker's name, that's great. But then if there's pages after that, every clickable page has got to have that on there. So what we've came to the conclusion with, and I've been dealing with the counsel of both Berkshire Hathaway Franchise and HomeServices America last week on this, because I just kind of finally threw my arms up. I said, I need your help. Right now, we're registered with the Secretary of State. Our corporate name is Ambassador Real Estate. Our DBA is Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Ambassador Real Estate. The Real Estate Commission, so the problem we ran into is on Facebook, we're having everybody in social media put their name and then right after the name, Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Ambassador Real Estate. Well, the problem is by the time you do your team name, and there's not enough characters, they have a character limitation. So the Real Estate Commission, as of last Wednesday, I believe, finally agreed to allow us to go BHHS Ambassador Real Estate on that line with the one criteria that we register with the Secretary of State, that is a DBA, and then in return after registering the Secretary of State, the BHHS, and this is going to be for social media only. This is not for all marketing materials, but for social media. And then we'll register that with the Real Estate Commission. So Berkshire Hathaway's franchise agreement, which is this large, anyone that wants to read it, I'd be happy to give it to you. You would definitely go to sleep fast. Does not allow us to do that. They do not allow us to use the initials BHHS. So I finally called Mike Brown, who is the lead counsel for HomeServices America, and I says, listen, we've got a problem. I can't tell agents you can't be marketing on social media because there's not enough characters in the title line. So finally, Fred, tell him I'll call him back later. Privacy, the nursing room. Mike Brown called the franchise people. We are going back and forth. We've went back and forth about 3 times right now. They are going to approve. They said that this rule is actually tougher than even California's rule. And they said they thought California had the toughest rules in the country. So they are going to give us a limited use of BHHS, Ambassador Real Estate, for social media posts to put in all the titles. So the bottom line is, from a real estate perspective issue, and they'll give you, when they send this, they're going to say, we're going to give you usually 4 or 5 days to get this taken care of. And if it's not taken care of at the end of that 4 or 5 days, they will then file a complaint that will be taken to the Real Estate Commission. Now, we've had a couple agents that have already settled with the Real Estate Commission. They've paid a fee. They've had to take some classes. So you have to get this done in this time frame or you're going to have a problem, okay? I've had a couple luckily dismissed because this is the reason I come in here and talk to you guys about this. This is, we were recording this, right? I'm talking about Real Estate Commission. Team rules. But they're crazy about this. Someone's out there turning people in on this all the time. So if you have any questions about that, please grab me about this. I've had Scott involved on this. We understand what we need to do, but it's just almost crazy. So at this point in time, I'm telling you, go ahead and put in their BHHS, Ambassador Real Estate, on the title line of Facebook and or Instagram. And we're just going to have to keep pushing to get that done.
When we create like an e-card or something from Resource Center and then we say link and click it to social media, are we already good? Has that already been approved? No.
So this is the whole problem. If we do an e-card from, so here's the whole problem, because so if we do an e-card out of Resource Center, which already has the Berkshire Hathaway name and logo, and then we have other clickable pages, are we good? The answer is no. So every clickable page is going to have the broker's name on it, as large or larger than the team name or agent name and connected to. So that's the whole almost every case we're getting right now is that case where there's clickable, there's additional links to something that's been posted. And the front page, usually, not always, has had the broker's name on it, but the additional pages have been not.
Maybe their market share would go up if they spent less time doing that and more time trying to sell a house.
It's ridiculous.
Wouldn't it be better to say Berkshire Hathaway AMB? Because nobody knows what BHHS stands for. But I feel like we should capitalize on the Berkshire.
Would it be better to say Berkshire Hathaway AMB? Yes. Let me see if I can get DBAs for both. I'll try to get DBAs for both of them. We'll see. Who knows? This is like pulling teeth with Berkshire Hathaway to get this done, let me tell you. Yes, hang on, 1, 2, and 3.
There's one more thing that Cassie just taught me. If you have a social media post and it's long and you're describing a listing and then you have to click see more to see the Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Ambassador Real Estate, they can turn you in as well.
You want to call from there.
It has to be at the top so that they don't have.
Well, that's the reason we're telling everyone to put it in the title line. Because in the title line, every clickable page on social media will continue to say who it's from, right?
Or you check in on your business page. That's what I do for all of my photos.
Yeah. So, I mean, the biggest key is every clickable page. That's where we're getting in problems, yes.
We can't use Berkshire Hathaway AMB because we have to have home services.
Yeah, I'm thinking Berkshire Hathaway AMB is not going to work. It might be Berkshire Hathaway's HS AMB. I doubt it, but I will ask.
Something I'm noticing a lot is on Marketplace on Facebook.
Listen. Go ahead.
On Marketplace on Facebook.
On Marketplace on Facebook.
I'm noticing a lot of agents across companies that are just posting it with maybe your team name or just your name, and nobody knows what that means.
Posting a team name only without the broker's name? Well, that clearly, I'm sure I'll be getting an email on that in the next week. I'm getting no shortage of emails coming from the Real Estate Commission on this. So, but if you're doing that, by the way, get the broker's name in there. As large as, please, Joe's in the room. It's good to have Joe in the room today. As large as the team name and connected there too.
While you're talking to corporate, could you talk to them about making it more team friendly, the marketing pieces in the Resource Center?
Give me an example.
Well, in order to market your team, you have to do it as a dual agent or like a co-op agent form. Okay. So that limits
so you can't market
postcards, emails.
Maggie, do you know anything about that? Is that true?
There's a way to, for like 2 or 3 people, you can merge on the marketing side, but for a larger team, yeah.
So can you talk to me about that?
For just the logo itself.
So we will, yeah.
It's on the front page. It just says Berkshire Hathaway, and then you have to sneak your logo, your team logo in like it's another agent.
Can you sit down with me? We'll make some phone calls. Now that's the type of input I need, okay? No promise we're going to get anything changed, but it's good to know. Yes, no, I will. That seems logical to me. And by the way, the reason I feel confident that we can get that change, these guys are having a huge push to get we're a very team-friendly organization. The vast majority of Berkshire Hathaway companies are not team-friendly, and they've asked for our help to help people become more team-friendly. So this will be a prime example of, if you want things to become more team-friendly, let's make our marketing pieces more team-friendly. So that's great input. Please write that down, or I'll forget. Anything else, guys? Yes.
On the resource center for the e-cards,
On the what center? Resource center. On the resource center.
why don't they do it in such a way that we don't have to worry about all those rules so that it's already there for us?
On the resource center, I don't think our problem's not on the resource center. On resource center,
You said the e-card.
what she said on the resource center for e-card, it's already set up. You're good. But the point is, her question was, then if you have it, click and link to something else. So if you start putting attachments to it, that's when you have the problem. The attachments and the other clickable pages also would follow the same rules. Cool? So guys, please, 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 slow down my speed of emails. I don't even like reading emails. So if anybody's confused, I beg you, come and find Scott or I afterwards and let's go through this, okay? Luxury program. Maggie, can you give me an update on kind of the luxury program? I know that I've seen for the first time, I know Cindy Forehead, I want to say Kelly Coons, Deb Sizik. I have seen a handful personally, those are the ones that pop into my head, of luxury signs out there. To get in the luxury program, you've had to sell, first of all, luxury houses, we had to dictate for our market a price, and $500,000 is the minimum price for a luxury house. You've had to close 3 $500,000 plus houses in the last 2 years, and then I think you have to continue to close 1 $500,000 plus house each year moving forward. Is that correct? And then there's a criteria. You have to get 3 check marks to do that, but Leading Edge or Chairman's Circle is 2 of those check marks, and then all you'd have to do is an online class or something else. Can you run through maybe the criteria of that and kind of where we're at in that whole process, if you know?
So that's the criteria.
That's the criteria.
So thank you. And then there's also an online certification, and we have talked about potentially having a speaker come here to Omaha, and this might be a good forum. Raise of hands who might be interested in that. It's a 2-day class, and they do charge one.
2. We had 2.
They do charge for it. I believe it's $500. It's a 2-day class. It gets you the certification, or you can also do it online. It's a special designation. It's basically a third party that the Berkshire franchise works with to get that luxury designation. We do have a sign vendor that can do the signs for it. So there's different brands, standards, there are different signs, but we have that all upstairs in marketing and can help with that also.
So we're just encouraging you guys to, if you want the certification, to try the third-party online class. It's simple, and we'll get a handful of agents who have done it if you guys have questions or need direction.
So, and if you're looking for it, you can reach out to me, or you can log into the Resource Center and just in the search bar, just type in luxury, and there's a whole slew of information about where that online designation is, what the criteria is, but Vince is exactly right. It's a certain price point for a 2-year period, and then you have to have one transaction over $500,000 each year after that. So
the signs look cool.
They're cool.
And so we think it's a point of differentiation in the marketplace, especially when you get to these $800,000 million plus neighborhoods, to start seeing this. It's a conversation starter, but the signs are cool. So anyone that wants to do that meets that criteria. We have to sign off on that to validate and verify that you have sold 3 houses over $500,000. But if you have an interest in that, grab Maggie, Carrie, and we'll head you down the right path on that. Last subject I need your help on. Give the microphone back to Maggie. Fish, just yesterday, how many people, we had a whole bunch of, just this week already, right? That we could tell where there was some fishing going on, where they're trying to get into, and this is always coming from another country, and this is where Berkshire Hathaway is really good and having the ability to see when someone's trying to come into our system. And
so we're averaging about a dozen a week of email accounts that are trying to be accessed from outside of the U.S. So we get a report from Berkshire HomeServices that tells us, hey, so-and-so account, they're not logging in, but there's multiple failed attempts from, let's say, the Netherlands. So we'll get in touch with you and change your password, but that's why we need to have everybody have that two-step authentication on their email account. So I know we've kind of been pushing this out. So we're at 70% on the agent side, which seems like a really good number, but it's actually, I think there's probably 700 mailboxes that we still need to put this on. It's very easy. It sends you a text message when you're logging into an unknown device. So you're at a hotel, you're using a common use computer, it texts you a code. You type in that code, you can log into your email. So it protects you from, say, hacker dude out there trying to hack into your email account from Nigeria at 2:30 in the morning. And I know that sounds odd, but it happens. So I'll wake up on a Saturday or Sunday morning and I'll see international logins. That's the other thing. If I call you on vacation, I'm sorry. But if you log in internationally, we get a report that says, say, hey, Scott Vogt logged in from the Bahamas. And so you might get a text.
What's he doing in the Bahamas?
I know, right?
Did he ask for time off?
Clearly not approved. You might get a text saying, hey, are you in the Bahamas right now? Great, have a good time. But if not, that means that somebody logged into your account from outside the country. So we just try to get ahead of it and stay ahead of it to protect you guys and protect your clients.
Here's where we're at, guys. We've got to get this done because there's too many things. The one thing you need to understand, and again, it goes back to we lost $213,000. We got the insurance company to give us back $150 of that in our title company. So we ate $63,000. An agent's account was hacked into. Here's the rules, whether you like it or not. If your account is hacked into and they see information on your account that leads to someone else sending money, it's not that the other person's not got some responsibility too. You will have responsibility in that. Okay, we've said this enough. If that happens again, we're not going to cover the $63,000 if we get hit for another $63,000. This is the fastest growing crime in the world. It equals the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, all added together. This is crazy of what's going on in this world. And we, with the name Berkshire Hathaway and the product that we're selling, which is houses, which is a big ticket item, we're a prime candidate for this. So these people are going to continue to come after organizations like ours more than ever before. So I beg you, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you till the end of May. Anyone that, and hopefully I'm not talking to anyone in the room that needs to listen to this, but if I am, go change it today. It takes how many minutes to get this changed? 2 minutes. Okay.
Maybe 10.
On May 31st, at the end of May, we're just going to automatically put MFA, which is the two-step authentication on your cane, and you're not going to be able to get into your emails. So we're giving you 30 days to do it. And if not, we've got to do it just to make sure. And then you're going to have to track her down sometime in the middle of the night or a weekend to figure out how to get into your emails. And you're going to be really upset with me, probably, but that's okay.
Something else that, as far as the hacking goes, and I brought this to Vince's attention, many of you have probably experienced this. So I got a text from an agent in this office. Oh, sorry.
I got a text from an agent in this office saying, oh, I guess you couldn't meet me at the house. I'd certainly love to help you out with your home search. And I called the number back and I said, this is Joe Westerhouse from your office. I'm not a client. Well, they are, and then I went to Sprint to find out what's going on. So you guys get these spam calls all the time. They can spoof your number, okay, make it look like it's coming from you. So make it look like it's coming from an agent, and it could be somebody that's trying to meet you at a house that you don't want to meet at a house. You just don't know who it is. So it looked like it was coming from me, but it wasn't coming from me. And so this is really dangerous. So make sure you know who you're talking to. Make sure that that's the correct phone number, because when I went to Sprint, they said it's a huge problem that the FCC is trying to deal with right now, and they can just type your number into a computer and make a phone call, and it looks like it's coming from you, and it's not coming from you. So just so you guys know.
Hey, to that point, hand that to Fred. And then Todd, do you want to come in here for your team? No, you know this. Does Brooke know anything about it?
She knows everything about
it. Are you sure?
100%.
All right, Brooke.
Yes.
So there is this, again, talking about Tactical 88, there's this app. Are you pulling it up?
Yes. Yep. There's this app that Fred has been raving about, and so we talked.
And it's a safety app.
To Forewarn, yep, a safety app, and we talked to them, and we'd be able to get it for as low as $2 a month per licensed agent. Fred, what are you paying right now for it? Just
16.
16 a month. So if we get 100 people to sign up, we can get.
And this app will then
$2,
do a background
yep.
check on them real quick to find out what else to find out for this.
Yes. Sorry.
Spoofing your number, it's not going to work. I mean, if it looks like it's coming from somebody that's really not coming from, that's not going to work.
So this is more, you type in the person's cell phone number that says they're calling you. So if a new
So if it's
client, someone
to
reaches out.
Joe's point, if it's a new number, you can do this. But if they've broken in and it looks like it's coming from Joe, that doesn't
this
work.
Won't. So you type in the phone number, whatever new client, you type in their phone number, it's going to pull up all of their information in seconds.
Well, I guess that would be helpful though, because if on a caller ID it's just showing the phone number, because you don't have it in your contacts, unless you pay for premium caller ID, it's not going to show the name. So if somebody called, called me, and I just had the phone number, I typed back in, it said Brooke Delano, and it was like, got some guys, Bob Smith, who on the other line, then you would know.
Then something's funny, right? Yeah. And so this just pulls up immediately. So my phone records, address history, criminal records, court records, cool, I'm clear, vehicle. So, and it just shows you everything. So even if
you pull that up on Brooke, it's going to be a long list.
Yeah, right? So it just shows you, you could confirm the name of the person caller, or if they gave you a funny feeling. I don't know. It's just good for $2 a month, I think.
So let's put this in our email. Let's do a separate email. If you have an interest in this, if we get to 100 people and get this for $2 a month, it seems to be a good safety valve for a reasonable price. And let's see where we're at on that. We're going to run out of time.
In the green, if there's criminal record, being yellow, when you click on that, you will find out everything about the person. If it's misdemeanors, drugs, whatever it is. It's a really pretty cool application. It's very good to protect. You can call their number to make sure, in fact, that person's calling you. They could be using somebody else's phone number. Say, could you show me the house? And if you're not savvy, and in fact, just stop by checking to see if it's in fact the right person's calling you, which you can get into trouble.
All right.
What app is that again, Vince?
Say that again.
Forewarn.
Is that I was in the room?
The app is Forewarn. We're going to send out an email to everyone on it. So anyone that's got an interest,
It's on your chair.
get a hold. Yeah, it's on your chair. Get a hold of Brooke, and if we get 100 people, we'll do this, and it'll be $2 a person. Todd this year again is doing his Sunshine Kids. He's not. Hopefully he is doing his Sunshine Kids golf event. Todd, do you want to talk about the dates? And then we have a couple tables out here for people to sign up as soon as we're done here with the sales meeting.
Yeah, first question is who's going to take over next year?
Lisa.
All right, it's the third annual. We raised $25,000 the first two times, and I need to get it to 35 this year. So the most teams we've ever had was 45, and the most sponsors was 35, and it's 54 max teams, 54 max sponsors. There's 27 tee sponsors, 27 green sponsors. There's 27 holes, so we put 2 teams on a hole, so 54 teams. It should be mostly agents because the sponsors are affiliates, and they want to see agents come by and solicit your business. So we open it up to the agents first, and after that, we open it up to the affiliates to put in teams. And then if we don't fill them, we open it up to any real estate agents. So it's August 5th. It's about 4 months. So no excuses for, I don't remember. Take out your calendars right now. I'll tell you how you can get involved towards the end. But the teams are $500 a team, or $125 per golfer. It includes a lunch, a dinner, golf, cart. There's 24 prizes for teams that win. There's 27 pin prizes. There's 35 raffle items. No other golf tournament has that many. So it is freaking awesome. Sponsors are $250. It includes a lunch and a sign, and they can sit at the hole or they can put a sign at the green, whatever they want. I know I can get 20 by myself, so if you guys can help me get 34 more, that'd be awesome. I'll tell you how at the end. Registration will start in the nursery room.
It's a nursing room, not a nursery. But it can be that too.
I'm kidding. No, I'm red. There's 2 tables out there that people are sitting at, but they'll be up shortly. We're going to do registration right at the end. Okay? Let's see here. What else do I need to say? After the event, it's awesome. We go to a bar, Waterfall, Lighthouse, Tiburon Bar. It's a great day. Title company gives us a free drink per person. Enterprise pays $1,000 towards dinner. Everybody does a lot, so it's super cool. There's 3 ways to help. First of all, I want to thank my team, Tasha, and then Teresa Toma, Laura Twerk, Alan Jaworski, Nick Benner, They're all helping do this, so they're going to help me sign up. So how can you help? Sign up a team, please, and don't wait till the end. Last year...
And pay early.
And pay early, yes. Last year I had 49 teams, and the week before, 5 teams bailed on me, and it's not fair. You can't do that. So pay early. The way to do it is to pay the $500, get a team. If you're cheap, ask your affiliate to sponsor your team and have them golf with you. It's a win-win for everybody.
Who's cheap? Raise your hand. So that's good. We're not going to have that problem, it looks like.
Good. So let's see here. We don't hijack your day. Check-in starts at 9:45. Shotgun starts at 10:45. It's over by 4 o'clock. You're done. You can pick up your kids. No excuses. It's awesome. It's not, I've been to the boards that take 7 hours. This isn't that. This is 5 hours. We keep you moving. Let's see here. Bring sponsor ideas. So there's a table out there. You can tell a team, an affiliate, give their name, their cell. We'll call them and say, so-and-so, Denise Poppin said you would maybe want to sponsor a hole. That helps us give leverage, makes them feel guilty, and then they say yes, typically. So that will help us. Ask your circle of influence for pin prizes. So if you have friends that own a bar, a massage place, anywhere, gift cards are fun. Husker tickets, Creighton tickets, anything like that. If you can help, that'd be amazing. And then there's 2 excuses that I don't take. I'm not a golfer. I don't care. It's for the kids. So go out there and drink. You can have one good golfer, and then you can just putt on the green. And it's not about being a good golfer because we all know Claire's going to win it anyway. Doesn't matter. And I have something going on, but if you do, you do. But if you put it on your calendar, that'd be great. And right after you walk past those tables, you're probably going to forget about this. So if you budget 15 minutes of your time next week or this week and just send me a sponsor, it'd be awesome. It would help out so much because it's stress. It stresses me out, and I can't fail. And if I don't get enough teams, what I do is I start walking through the hall, and I go door to door. And if you
don't want to see me.
You don't want to see me because I won't let you say no. But, I mean, it's the best event. I promise you. It'll be so cool. It'll be worth your time, worth your money. And if we get $35,000, it's going to go to the kids, and that's what we want.
Yeah.
So please help.
Todd does do a really great job, you guys. When it starts, it's quick. He gets everybody going, and then you're literally out of there at 4. So he does a great job of getting it going. So
I don't think it's unreasonable to think we could raise, between the house we're doing and this event, $120,000, $125,000 for Sunshine Kids this year. So let's be all in on this thing, guys. Todd, thank you.
Yeah, tell them to come out here, right out to visitor tables.
So we are going to be done with sales meeting in 30 seconds. Good
Yes.
girl award. Yes, so those tables right out there. Todd and his team will be out there to sign people up. Please.
this award is from Desiree O'Shea.
We're going to lock these doors, so you have to go out that door.
And she says, this person was so willing to help with all the new agent questions that I had, and even now is always happy to offer his guidance. This person lives their life as the perfect example of how to be a good guy, and I'm so glad they were around when I started. The only good thing about you no longer being on our team is that I can give this award to you, Ryan Potter. Thanks for all your patience and guidance. You are the man.
Last thing, and then we're done. We had beautiful weather. We had great turnout. It kind of people starting from 4:30 on came and went throughout the grill out up to probably 7:38. We will have, for those of you that are new over the last 7 months, at my house at the end of May, a party. And then our next grill out will be at the Regency office, kind of a show you the office in the Regency parking lot in July. So we'll continue to get all these dates out to you. There'll probably be something in June also here too. So guys, the market has picked up tremendously. We didn't get through a lot of stuff on really how to grow your business today. I apologize for that. But if you look at the last 30 days, the market's picked up tremendously. There's a lot going on. Get out there, get out of your comfort zone, pick up listings, knock on doors, market on social media that you have buyers to have people reach out to you. Stay busy, prospect 5 hours a week. Have a great day, everybody.